Good morning, Twitch. Good morning, Twitch. Good morning, Sunday morning to you all there on Twitch. Glad to be here. Rich Roberts, Fireman Rich, here on Twitch. I just gotta. Oh, we got Jim Figerty and Michael's up. Okay, Michael Bathurst is broadcasting, so we got a little crowded. Wow, that's strange. Usually I'm the only one. I see that Michael and Jim Figerty, Michael Bathurst and Jim Figerty is on. As far as that goes, and I am on too. Good morning. I do have the morning coffee, and I thought I had everything set, but I forgot to turn the Wi-Fi on the phone here for the chat. I'm still waiting for my dirt old Voyager 3 Android tablet to pop up here. We do have ourselves up on the big screen, which I like using now. And I don't know, will I ever go back to Google? But anyway, I'm Rich Roberts, Fireman Rich here on the Twitch. Fireman Rich, at Fireman Rich over there on Truth Social, Instagram Threads, X/Twitter, and over there on the Facebook, public Facebook, the real Fireman Rich. I couldn't use that Fireman Rich. Somebody took it, so I put the real Fireman Rich on Facebook. So we're on primarily those four. Several others. I do have a blog and all that. You can check down in the links below and stuff like that. But we just got done posting it, and we're getting our day started here on a very good football Sunday, NFL football today. It starts at 9:30, so I wanted to come on here, and I'll be on Tony D's broadcast here later. As far as that goes, I mentioned him, so let me. Tony D is a brother veteran, fellow broadcaster, and he is going to be, I'll be on his. And I just felt like getting on here, doing the guest stars bit. We do have guest stars, or what they call streaming together, up. I'm not sure if I'm going to have anybody in. I might send out an invitation here after I get through my morning, or the initial thing here. So, but we are getting our day started here on the southern tier of upstate New York. I do have the morning coffee, but it's a Sunday. It's just a regular. I had a good day yesterday. I did broadcast yesterday for a couple hours doing Lord of the Rings online. We had Lore from Norway hanging out with us. He's probably over on Jim Figerty's broadcast right now, because Jim's got, what, 12, and Michael's got 1. Okay, and I got 1, but I think that's myself. I'm talking to myself. Excuse me, I got a cough. Man. But we're getting the day started here, and the broadcast right out of the gate, no drop frames, which is good. And I did have an oops yesterday on the screen, and I think it was primarily the game server went down, but my connection was it showed a little red, but overall we didn't have any drop frames. Oh, here we go. We do have drop frames, 0.4. Okay, so I'm getting used to the idea of when, for the most part, like yesterday for the 2+ hours for gaming, I mean, I was perfect across the board. But we got 0.3%. That's nothing. I mean, we could have 4% and it's still nothing. But we're finishing up our weekend here on the Sunday. I hope everybody had a good Saturday. I was out blowing some leaves for about, how long did that battery last? About 20 minutes. I got this electric blower that has a battery. I charged up. I'm going to try and use it for the gutters on the garage, because there's some leaves up there, and I think it'd be easier just to blow them out and stuff. It's a neat little thing. But it only lasts for 20 minutes, so I blew some leaves out behind the garage and then off to the side lawn. And instead of raking them, just blow them into the tree line and stuff like that. And it makes good fertilizer. And then, was it Saturday? Or no, it was Friday. After I had the Friday broadcast, I went to an appointment, and I thought I was going to come back and later in the afternoon rake up some leaves. But the missus, she ended up getting the riding lawnmower. She rode on it for the first time in several months. More than, well, she probably over 6, 7 months. And no, I don't even think maybe it was last year or was the last time she was on it, but she said the steering was hard, and as far as that goes. Um, but she had that taken care of. So for the most part, the one tree out back here, maple, it's dumped all its leaves, and um, what is it? They're all gone. You know, there's some leaves on there, but not that many. But there's some still on the side lawns there and stuff like that. We got to take care of, and such. But we are getting our day started here, and did everybody turn? Well, we turned our clocks back here in the United States last night, and I thought this clock was had been turned back. I got to straighten it out. That's crooked now. That's gonna bug me. Hang on for a minute. I gotta change this. I gotta straighten this. I gotta straighten this out. This is not good. Why is that? Okay, that's better. AOD was it AOD or AC, whatever they call that disorder. Okay, that looks a little straighter. I don't know. I know with that clock, there's a big clock there, and if it was angled a little bit, it's like the whole room is off center as far as that goes. But we turned the clocks back an hour, so actually it would be 8 o'clock right now, I guess. But it's 7 o'clock, so we're on standard time now. Is it? What do they call it? It's not daylight savings, so we're on standard time, daylight standard time, I believe. Let's see what they call it here. Turn clocks back. Turn clocks back. Yeah, it's participating states turn the clocks back in the fall when daylight savings time ends. Okay, so we're on the standard time, daylight standard time. So, and to try to just keep it righted as it is, but there's been legislation in the U.S. Congress for a couple of years now. I think the senator down in Florida presented it as far as that goes. And let's see, did I gain an hour of sleep last night? Let's see. It means you gain an additional hour of sleep. Okay, so that's good. Okay. But then, it evens out when they turn the clocks back as far as that goes. So, but are we gaining or losing the end? Oh, there's several. There's debate on either side and stuff like that. I think they just should, I don't know. Why Florida has to turn clocks back despite state law. They probably have a state law, but everybody else in the country, in the United States, we turn our clocks back. So you want to be on the same page, same time and stuff like that. So, but we turn the clocks back. Also, being an retired United States Air Force firefighter, a reminder: check your smoke detectors, change the batteries out. I'm guilty of that. As far as that goes, I can hear the missus saying that. As far as, but you should check them and be, as part of your fire safety in your home or wherever you may be living at. As far as that goes, let me check the volume here. Okay, we're doing good. We're doing good on the volume. Okay. So this is pretty casual. It's not. It's not like it's going to be like the regular Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday or Friday broadcasts that I do here on Twitch during the weekday and stuff like that. And there is a significant difference. I've been retired. I say that almost every time I come up on the broadcast here. Retired for over 6.5 months now, and there's still a distinction for me, even though I don't go into work every day. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. That's the week. I just call that the week now. It's not the work week. I don't work. It's just the week. And Saturday and Sunday it still feels like the weekend because and I think it's primarily because of the fact that I do walk. I try and walk. Well, how many times did I walk this past week? I think I only walked Yeah, we walked 4 days of the 5 because Monday we took. I think, yeah, the missus only walked 3 days. 1, 2, 3, and I walked 4 days because Monday was raining. It was raining out, and we just said screw that. It was a little bit more than what we've walked out when it was just sort of just drizzling a little bit, and such. But Monday it was rain, not significantly. We could have walked and used the umbrellas, but it's just like no, we just take the day off as far as that goes, and such. So, but the weather this morning, it's the current temperature is 42 degrees Fahrenheit, which is very pleasant. I mean, we all last week we were like in the 30s as far as that goes, and though it's warm here in the house. We've got the furnaces burning the fuel oil now, but it's currently what did I say, 42 degrees Fahrenheit, which it amounts to about 5.5 degrees Celsius. And we're going to have cloudy early and peak of sunshine expected, high of 51. Winds out of the west or north by northwest, 5 to 10 miles per hour. And let's see, sun rose this morning at 06:43, so that was an hour and 15 minutes ago, thereabouts. It's already up and about, you can see. So, but that means it's going to get it's going to get dark earlier in hours. Instead, yesterday was like 6 o'clock, 5:59. The sun will be setting at 4:56. Might as well say 5 o'clock as far as that goes. And let's see, I got this. Let me press this. I finally got Twitch up on this tablet here. This is a slow ass tablet. This is a tablet I usually have when I'm watching football on Sundays. I'll have the NFL channel on, and we have a good game today at 9:30. There's a game for the first time in Berlin, Germany, and that's the Kansas City Chiefs against the Miami Dolphins. So I figured that why not come up for a little bit there before the ball game and such. And let's see, we'll go with my channel. We'll hit that and see what happens. Let's see, our world times and temperatures in Honolulu, Hawaii. We'll start with them at 2:05 a.m. Okay, let's see. Okay, there, 2:05 a.m. Partly cloudy, partly clear, a little clearer, 79 degrees Fahrenheit in Phoenix, Arizona at 5:05 a.m. Clear sky, 61 degrees Fahrenheit in Chicago, Illinois, 6:05 a.m. this morning. Currently at mostly cloudy, some clear skies, 37 degrees Fahrenheit. Down in New York City, it's clear skies, clear and sunny right now, 7:06 a.m. and that's what it is here in the southern tier of upstate New York. 7:06, where down there it's 52 degrees Fahrenheit. Across the pond in Cork, Ireland at 12:06 p.m. Partly sunny, partly clear, 48 degrees Fahrenheit. Milan, Italy, sunny skies, clear at 1:06 p.m. in the afternoon, 57 degrees there. In New Delhi, India, at 5:36 p.m. Cloudy skies, 81 degrees. Mumbai, India, just south of on the Indian Ocean coastline, 5:36 p.m. also partly cloudy and partly clear, 88 degrees Fahrenheit. Kuala Lumpur, we got clear skies in Kuala Lumpur. They have their evening going at 8:07 p.m. 79 degrees Fahrenheit. And in Tokyo, Japan at 9:07 p.m. this evening, cloudy skies, partly cloudy, partly clear, 66 degrees Fahrenheit. And in Australia, Melbourne, Australia, where it is 11:07 p.m. They're finishing their day as we're just getting ours started. Clear sky, 63 degrees Fahrenheit in Melbourne, and in Sydney it's 61 degrees. Cloudy skies, same time, 11:07. Those are our world times and temperatures as I speak. And let's see. Does this work? Oh, there it goes. Ear itches here. So so we're gonna have a nice. It's a nice fall day. We got the tall wisp of grass. This grass that grows. It's how high is that? That's probably about 5 feet, and they got these wisps, and it's a form of grass, tall growing grass. As far as that goes, our thought for the day comes from a very wise person, and I would like sitting down and having a coffee with her. Mother Teresa, Saint Teresa, better known as well, her real name is Mother Teresa. Oh, I can't even pronounce her last name, but you know who I'm talking. Mother Teresa, Saint Teresa. She is a saint. Was an Albanian Indian Catholic nun and founder of uh, the Missionaries of Charity. And at the age of 18, she moved to Ireland and later to India, where she lived most of her life. And she did a lot of charitable work. And we have a good quote from her, our Sunday thought for the day. And it goes as follows: Joy is strength. Joy is love. Joy is the net of love by which you catch souls. She gives most who gives with joy. Mother Teresa. And she gave a lot. She gave a lot as far as that goes. So thank you, Mother Teresa. Joy is strength. Joy is love. Joy is net of love by which you can catch souls. She gives most who gives with joy. So if you're going to give, you get the joy of giving as far as that goes. And hopefully you're the recipient of not that you're looking for that. That's just something extra that okay, it's just like, oh. The missus just asking to make sure that everybody's going to the bathroom. We got the P word on the thing. Okay. I never know what you're getting when you're live on Twitch here. Let's see let's see, the National Day. That's what we need to do. The National Day. I forgot to bring that tab up. So there's another thing I forgot to do. So I finally get a picture on the tablet here, but I'm frozen. And we got we got two viewers. Thank you, the two viewers that are watching and stuff like that. Let me see. I'm going to send an invite. Oh, Michael's live there. Okay. Oh, that's interesting. He's live, and it shows it in the invites. Let's see if we can Cup of Joe. I don't know if we let's fish. Let's send him an invitation. I'm going to send him an invitation stuff. We had him up 2 weeks ago. And that was the last time I had somebody up here on. No, I had Tony up this past week, Wednesday I think it was, because this past Monday I tried, and it didn't. For some reason, guest stars didn't work. Well, they call it streaming together. I'm gonna still call it. It's just like Twitter. It's called X, but I call it. I say X/Twitter. I think stream. I'm so used to saying guest stars, and that's in the title as far as Sunday morning Fireman Rich with guest stars 11.05.2. Oh, I got the title right. Okay. Let's see. National Day today. Let's check that out. What's the National Day today? National Day. Well, it's as far as I'm concerned, it's football, because we're going to be watching some football. But let's see. For today, what do we have on the docket here? Let's check it out. We got, I'm going to have to go out. Well, of course, we got daylight savings time. I guess that's the big one. Okay. National Daylight Savings Time. World Tsunami Awareness Day. I've been in a tsunami when I was over in the Philippines back in, was it 80, 81? I was over there, and it was bad. National Love Your Red Hair. Okay. I like this one. National Donut Day. I like that. National Donut Day. Who doesn't like donuts? I should have went out and got some donuts today, I guess. So, but National Donut Day, also known as National Donut Day, National Donut Day, also known as National, on November 5th, is one of the two observed by donut lovers. And I think the closest I got to a donut, I ate a little muffin this morning. Hey, Tony D, good morning. Jesus, you and Mike are up. Um, yeah, I'm up. I just figure I'd just be up here. We got Tony D in the chat here, so let me send you. Um, I don't know. You might want to go on your good friend Michael's broadcast as far as that goes. Um, you might want to go on Michael's, but I'm sending you an invite, Tony. If you want to come up, you can come up. Okay, I appreciate if you want to. That's your call as far as that goes. But Tony D says, Jesus, you and Mike are on the same time. Yeah, I saw that after I came up and stuff like that. Hashtag National Donut Day as far as that goes. The first Friday in June is the other donut day. Steal the baker's care spotlight, ready to tease their way into the donut box here. So that's a yeah, I saw that. And then we got Jim Figerty is um, also on as far as that goes. I'm just looking over here on the side. You got Jim Figerty. He's got 11. Oh, Lord of the Rings is on. Lord of the Rings stream, the 20. They got some charity thing going on right now. And then we have Michael Bathurst as far as that goes. Um, so I'm not sure if Tony is going to come up or he might go over on Michael's broadcast, which is fine. Let's see. He already invited me to his. Okay, okay, no problem. So I'll catch up. I'll catch up with you later. No problem. I'm just getting my day started here, having the morning call. Come over if you finish. If he's finished before, I'll be back. You two are. No, we're not a mess. I can come up here. There's no big deal. There's plenty of space. I'm usually up on a Sunday here sometimes and stuff. I just, I guess once I pushed the start button, I saw that Michael was up. Let's see. If he's up there, he must be over on, on YouTube. Let's check our YouTube channel here. Oh, yeah, there he is. Let's see. Let's see. We're going to put Michael up on the big screen here. Let's bring Michael up. Okay, let's see. We're going to get that or what? Let's see. Oh, I got to move it over. That's right. Okay, let's go over there. We click there. Tony D is going on Michael's broadcast, so we're gonna go. We're gonna take a peek. There's Tony.
You're just waking up. So you proved that you either went to FiremanRich's broadcast first. And then ran out of there and came and saw me because I guilted you and said, no, whoever's your favorite, you would go to first. And no, I can't remember when he told me I was going to move. So you basically saw him first. Is that what you're saying?
It's like a competition to get Tony in here.
Tim, I sent you. I was in his show yesterday, and briefly, not very long. And he had said he wanted to come up, but he couldn't find a link.
Oh, Michael is looking. He doesn't really understand Twitch. He sends a link. He's talking about Tim Fan 40. Tim Fan 40 is he usually comes on my broadcast as well. great guy, contractor out in out there in
You think I'm structured?
out there in Michigan. And he's on Twitch, so you got to put the link on Twitch. Michael has a habit of putting it over on YouTube, and he has to paste it over on Twitch.
Nope, it doesn't work. So
There
you
it
gotta
is.
keep your cam off. I don't know why that is. That's one of your settings.
That's one of my settings, isn't it?
That's right, yeah.
Oh, Tim
Yeah.
Brown. It was a Tim Brown guy. Okay, I thought he was talking about Tim Fan.
So as you can see here, I sent him the link to Tim.
Okay, you did. So he should have been able to come
He's
up.
probably not even up, and he's going, what the hell is he doing?
Exactly.
Tony's screen does not look all that
so
clear.
you look like you're in a
Yeah, his screen doesn't look all that.
hailstorm, or inside a ping pong ball. You're a little gritty.
It's got to be his internet.
Do you have pants hanging up behind you there?
It's got to be his internet and stuff like that. So,
I tried to show my back.
Okay.
I didn't even ask you. Jesus.
I just know because I see it. I saw it briefly. It looked like we were doing like a video from the '80s. You know how?
okay, that's enough of Michael and stuff. Michael's a good guy. It's good seeing him broadcast. I'm gonna put this back up on my broadcast here. So we saw Michael this morning. That's the advantage of having a big screen. I can bring other broadcasts in so we could take a peek, as far as that goes, and we can talk to them, as far as that goes. So we're back, and we'll turn the volume down, as far as that goes. So, one of the magics of broadcasting, being able to sneak in and say I could do some comments, but I don't want to get that involved. I'll be seeing both of them later on Tony D's broadcast. Bell King, I gotta say it right, Bell King's Fantasy Football, and there's Tony's link. You know, he said good morning to me. That's fine. You know, if you can go on whoever's. I don't. Now Michael, it would have. See, he wants to be the first. Michael's a good guy. He's a good guy, and we like Michael. And I'm just glad to see him broadcasting again and stuff like that. I think he's a great entity, a great addition. But he does do that as far as when he sends a link. I'll have to have YouTube and Twitch both up, and he doesn't put it on Twitch. He's geared towards the YouTube, and then I guess this example here, he did put the link in a direct message to the gentleman. I thought it was Tim Brown, but it was somebody else. But you got to explain the details. Okay, I put the link in your direct message on X/Twitter, and Tony does that. When I get on his broadcast, that's how he usually does it. You got to tell the guest specifically. So we're gonna uninvite Tony here, and let's see. Who else can we invite? Let's see if we can invite. You can turn that light on. As far as that goes, let's see. Let's go ahead and try Cup of Joe again. Let's go ahead and send him an invite, and we'll leave him up there. And let's see. We're at 30 minutes. I will be right back. As far as that goes, and I want to get my cup of coffee, so I'll be right back. And we're back. We are back on the broadcast here. Rich Roberts, Fireman Rich, here on the Twitch. And we're getting our Sunday morning started here. Got a second cup of coffee. And we're just sort of hanging out. We had Tony come into the chat, and we had Tony. We saw Tony going over on Michael Bathurst's broadcast, which is cool, fun to see, fun to do as far as that goes. And but it's good to be here. It is a Sunday morning. We are getting our day started. I guess we talk a little bit about history. The history today. What happened today? Let's see. I did have a quick muffin there as far as Twitch. Has it responded to you as to close? No, we're gonna wait on that. This is an old Android tablet there. So, but we're waiting to see if you know what? Let me see. No, let's see who else we can invite. Let's see who else is on the list here we can invite. I'm going to throw one out to Ted Hicks. And then, just for kicks and giggles, I'm going to see if our good friend, I don't know, I'm going to I sent 3 invites out. Let's see if we're fishing. We're fishing on using the good. I just threw them out there. I like using guest stars, which is now called streaming together. It's a Twitch way of bringing a Twitch edition to bring people up. And let's see. I'll be interested to see if we get anybody here, but I'm only gonna be on here for maybe another 30-40 minutes or so. I want to take a shower and get cleaned up before the football game's at 9:30, and then Tony's broadcast comes on. Tony D's broadcast comes on at 9:30 or 10:30. Well, let's see. 67 years ago today, the Nat King Cole show debuted on NBC. It was the first variety program ever to host an African American. Starting at just 15 minutes, the program was eventually extended to 30 minutes. Unlike today's similar programs, and perhaps unsurprising given Cole's fascinating singing voice, the program mainly featured musical performance both by Cole and his guests, and both as with different costumes and sets and all that and stuff like that. So Nat King Cole, he's a great American singer as far as that goes. And let's see, on this day in 1605, gunpowder plot failed when Guy Fawkes was Fawkes.
Guy Fawkes.
You know who that is?
I just know how it pronounced.
Oh, okay, Fawkes. Okay, I can't pronounce last names. Thank you. Was seized from the cellar before he could blow up the English Parliament back in 1605. Oh, he was. Oh my God. Oh, blow up the whole Parliament. Oh, that's a big building too. Let's see. On this day in 1872, Susan B. Anthony voted in her hometown of Rochester, New York. That's right north of here, about 2.5 hours, in defiance of the law prohibiting women from casting ballots. She later refused to pay the $100 fine and continued her fight until 1920. The right of women to vote became a 19th Amendment of the United States Constitution, of the U.S. Constitution, back in 1872. So Susan B. Anthony, a New Yorker, doing what was right as far as that goes. Parker Brothers released the game board Monopoly, which in this family, I'm banned on playing with family members because I'm too vicious. I'm too nasty, I guess. I want to get that game and stuff. I used to play that game as a kid. We used to go for the juggler. It's like the property trading game based on streets in Atlantic City, New Jersey, that became licensed in more than 103 countries and printed in 37 different languages with charity versions that have raised thousands for nonprofit. But the game was first released back in 1935. And then, let's see. Let's see, we'll go on the AP side here. Okay. Today in history, November 5th, we don't want to talk about that. Yeah, we talked about the gunpowder. We talked about Susan B. Anthony. 1912, Democratic Woodrow Wilson was elected president, defeating Progressive Party candidate Theodore Roosevelt, incumbent Republican William Howard Taft. Oh, that's when Theodore Roosevelt when he was elected, he was a Republican, so he went on the Progressive Party side. Okay, and so on this day in 1912, Woodrow Wilson was elected, and he was a president when we entered World War One. In 1940, President Franklin Delano Roosevelt won an unprecedented third term in office as he defeated Republican challenge Wendell L. Willkie. Okay. And in 1964, NASA launched Mariner 3, which was supposed to fly by Mars, but the spacecraft failed to reach its destination, so it's lost in space. It's lost in space somewhere. And in 1968, we're talking about, I guess it's election. I guess it's election. We got to vote Tuesday there, so it is November. In 1968, Republican Richard M. Nixon won the presidency, defeating Democratic Vice President Hubert Humphrey. And my father, Hubert Humphrey, was a senator. He was a politician from Minnesota, and I was born in Minnesota. My father was he chauffeured Hubert Humphrey. He drove Hubert Humphrey. That was one of his side jobs and stuff like that he had. My father was a Democrat. He loved Hubert Humphrey. I thought he was a good guy. You know, he's an old school Democrat. He'd probably say, "What the hell happened with the Democratic Party today?" Because it's nothing like it's been in the past. It's a whole completely different ball. But you could say that about the Republican Party too, as far as that goes. And yeah, he won against, and the independent that Richard Nixon won against. Oh, George C. Wallace. He was the governor from, was it Alabama or Mississippi? One of those and he was almost killed. There was an assassination attempt. He was paralyzed. Let's see. On this day in 1994, former President Ronald Reagan disclosed he had Alzheimer's, as far as that goes, and a great American president. And in 2006, Saddam Hussein, which once he was booted out of Kuwait, that's when I retired, but the coalition forces went back in 2006. So Saddam Hussein was convicted and sentenced by the Iraq High Tribune to hang for crimes against humanity. He actually, when Iraq was fighting Iran, Iraq actually used chemicals. They used chemical warfare, and that's a big no-no. Let's see. And that's about it there, as far as that goes. And our broadcast is doing pretty good. We did have 75 drop, but we're at 0% on drop frames, and we got commercials going here. It looks like broadcast is still doing good, 60 frames per second, and as far as that goes, but let's see, ad break will end in 1 minute. I end up seeing I'm more focused in on the ad breaks now as far as that goes, so I sort of pause or try to pause, and if you watch the replay you're seeing this, but on the live aspect I like to just kick back and pause and and such. So let's see. Let me check something here. Okay. I got commercials all over the place here, so we're back. Are we back? Yeah, we're back. Okay. So today is Sunday with football. We have the football going on, and a game at 9:30 here in about 2 hours. And but we did have some Canadian football going on. I just want to make sure all the turn this back here. And baseball's all over with. Houston Texans, or the Texas Rangers, they won, beating the Arizona Diamondbacks 4-1 in the World Series. I didn't watch any of it. Wasn't interested in the World Series as much as I was excited about watching baseball. I was really excited up until the All-Star game. I watched the All-Star game, great All-Star game, but then afterwards it's just the Mets and Yankees. They couldn't get it going, so I started losing interest in the football or in the baseball. Basketball season start. I might be talking about basketball. I don't know. I'm not really fully vested back in basketball. It was during COVID. I sort of put a. It's a whole different ball game compared to the old Larry Bird, Michael McHale, and Parrish days of basketball. But I am a Boston Celtic fan. I do like the Knicks. The Nets, I'm starting to get accustomed, starting to like. I guess they're in Brooklyn. And stuff. But we do have Canadian football. Last night they had the semifinals. You had the Alouettes, the Montreal team, beating the Tiger Cats 27-12, and the Stampeders losing to the Lions 41-30. Oh, that must have been a good game. So next Saturday, November 11th. You're going to have the Alouette, the Montreal against the Toronto team, the Argonauts. That's the team I'm rooting for to win it all. So that's next week up there in Toronto. And then, oh, you know what? And let's see, the Blue Bombers. Oh, they didn't update it, but the Lions will be playing the Blue Bombers in the playoffs. So it'll be two of those teams, one on each side. They're in the divisional playoffs. They'll be going for the Grey Cup, and the Grey Cup is the Canadian version of the Super Bowl. And let's see. We have the NFL. We'll get to the NFL here now. NFL, of course, the main event this morning is the broadcast of the Kansas City game against the Miami Dolphins. I have picked the Kansas City Chiefs. I think they're going to win. One of my last teams that went over there, Buffalo Bills, they lost, but to the Jaguars. Jaguars spent a whole week over there, so they were acclimated. Where the Bills, they were just getting over there. They get off the plane. They only have a couple days, and boom, they're playing football. I think they had a factor. So, but I think the Kansas City Chiefs, this is going to be a Dolphins test to see if they can play. They played against the Bills and they lost. I expect them to lose today because they're playing like the Bills. They're a top-notch team in the NFL. They're one of the top-notch on the upper half of the tier. And Kansas City's another top. Even though they lost last week, Mahomes was sick. He threw 2 interceptions. They coughed the ball up twice. I think they'll rebound in this game. Dolphins, they can be dangerous. Excuse me. They can be dangerous, but we'll see what happens. Thursday night game, Steelers won. It was a good game. There was no turnovers up until the last minute or so. There, the Titans coughed it up, intercepted by the Steelers, and that was the only turnover in that game. But let's see, what do we got on pregame? Anything on pregame here? No. So we're going to be talking about the football game. I don't want to get too much into the football because the football broadcast that Tony D has is a good broadcast as far as that goes at 10:30 Eastern time here. It's going to be 7:30 now, so it's about 3 hours from now. So we, but this Miami Dolphins and the Kansas City Chiefs, even though they're in Germany, they're considered the home team. Uh, it's going to be on the NFL channel, so I'll be watching that. I can have it up here, but once I'm on Tony's show, I move it over here to the the little non-working tablet that I have here. As far as that goes, I didn't want to bring up my other tablet. I got too many things going, so I figure Sunday it's a relaxed day, and oh, it says I'm invited. How am I invited? I'm not invited. I just don't want to. What the hell's that all about? Oh, that's interesting. Huh. I'm not going to accept that. That's am I on that like this? I don't see that here. No. Okay. Maybe that's just the. Oh, we'll change that around. We'll change that. So the games that we do have on today, just to preview them: the Vikings at the Falcons, Bears at the Saints, the Rams at the Packers, Commanders at the Patriots, the Seahawks at the Ravens, the Buccaneers and the Texans, Cardinals at the Cleveland Browns, Colts at the Panthers, Giants, sorry-ass Giants. I'm a Giant fan, full disclosure. They're in Las Vegas. This is going to be the next game. The regular 1 o'clock games, they're going to be okay, but it's not until we get to the 4 o'clock game, and that's the 4:25 game, the Cowboys and the Eagles. That's going to be a big game right there. I think the Eagles will win that. I picked the Eagles. And then later in the evening, you have the Bills and Cincinnati. That's going to be a big game. So those are the 3 big games that I'll be watching today. I'll be keying in on. And then the Monday night game is the Chargers come into Meadowlands to play the Jets. I expect the Chargers to win that game. If the Chargers cough up the ball, the Jets have won their games. They beat the Giants when the other team just faltered. So if the Chargers don't bring their A game, the Jets are going to take advantage and win the game, as far as that goes. So, and let's see, and that's what we have for football. Let's see. I can preview my charts here. Let me see if I can bring those up. Let's see, where are my football charts? No, that's a football. Oh, they're down here. What I have is to see where we're at. I'm going to post these on Tony's team. I haven't. Oh, what do we got here? Let's see. Let's try that. Let's see if that works. This is the standings right now for in our football. Belt Kings Fantasy Football. It's all about the fantasy football. But the people that are on the panel, such as Ted Hicks, Tony D, Brian, myself, and Tim Fan 40, he's just a viewer that he gets his picks in. Michael Bathurst, who we saw up on the big screen here, he gets his in. He's only been on. He's given us his picks the last couple weeks, so I don't have a grand total for him. But the weekly for last week, Ted Hicks won outright, as far as that goes, in the picks, and so I like doing this. I got a workflow to where I have a sheet that I keep track of the wins and losses for everyone, and then I take that information, I transfer it into this chart here, and let's see, that's not going. What the hell's happening there? Let's bring this back. And you can see Ted Hicks is winning. He won last week along with CBS, but then there was like a 4-way tie, as far as that goes. So everybody is close in their picks, and everybody is above 500, even though Tim, would he be at 500 there? Let's see, that'd be 16. No, he was one game under, but overall, when I go to the overall games, as far as that goes, let's see, where's the overall football charts? You can see, so that's just for last week, and I got the picks in for this week for everybody there. So the weekly chart, you can see it's always been close. I dropped a group, but I'm still in the overall. I'm winning. So here's the overall chart as far as that goes. And did it take yet? Okay, there it is. It's just running a little late to get on the. Oh, okay, there that works. Okay, I like that. That's good. Okay, let me see something here. Let's see. No, we don't need to bring that up. Okay. So there's the overall as far as that goes right here. And you can see I'm still in first for some reason. CBS moved up, Ted moved up because of last week. Tony moved down slightly. He's still in the hunt. Excuse me again. But you can see that on the graph, everybody and even Brian, he's missing 1 week, but we'll get that. He said just go ahead and for that week give him all winners and stuff like that. But if he's on the panel today, it's no problem. He's right. He would if we got his week 6 picks. He would probably be right up in the middle of the pack as well. But everybody, for the most part, overall is at 500, 500 or better, and stuff like that. I'm just surprised at myself because the last couple weeks, the 1 o'clock games I suck at, and then I pick up and I come back on the 4 o'clock and evening games and Monday night games. So this is fun to do as far as looking at the numbers and stuff. I don't get into the fantasy football, but I like being on Tony's broadcast because it's fun, and we talk football, and talking football is a good thing as far as that goes, and so that's always fun to do. So I'll be presenting those on Tony's. I got those done Thursday night, I guess. I was running a little late, but I've got a workflow to where I can do those really quick now, which I like doing while I was watching the game, Thursday night game. Let's see, I don't want that. I want that there. And we're going to move this one back to, we'll turn that one off. We'll go back to the original form. So what else do we got? Not much more. That's the broadcast, and we're right up at 55 minutes. So that's usually the average time. We don't really have an active chat. Usually when we have an active chat, it's pretty decent. And I'm not even sure if I'm going to put this up over on the YouTube. I repurpose my broadcasts here on Twitch over on Rumble and YouTube. And I don't know. It's just a Sunday. We're just casual, so it's not really there's not much conversation going on. So this might just be a regular broadcast here, seeing that we don't have anybody coming up. Let's see, can I invite somebody else up? Let's see. No. Enable guests to stream together. Okay. Okay, so I have that enabled. That means that whoever comes up can probably broadcast on their particular page. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, that's very interesting. And my tablet here is finally gotten on to where it's working. Okay, that's cool. That's better having that there, so I don't have to use the newer the Samsung Tab A. See, part of this broadcasting is looking at what you have, and as far as that goes, and let's see. Do we bring any? No. We'll see if these people come up. I don't think they're going to come up. Let's see. I'm going to start backing these guys down. Remove. I'll remove him. Oh, I know who I can. Let's see. Do we have Nazim? Let me see followers. Let's see. Let me look down the followers so we can. Here's Lore. No, I'm good. I'm good. There's one particular gentleman. I'm going to go ahead and see if I can send him an invite. If I can find him here. Let's see. I'm just going down the list of followers here on my Twitch page. And there's Brian. I could try. You know what? I'm gonna invite Brian. I'll send an invite to Brian. I should have him in my favorites. How come I don't have him in my favorites? I gotta put Brian in my favorites. Let's see. I guess. You having breakfast?
Yes.
Okay. Just
Okay.
just asking. You don't need my permission. That was the missus. You hear the noise back. She's preparing her breakfast here. Okay, there's Brian. We want to add him. Add to favorites. Yeah, I want to add him to favorites. And then I'm looking for. Oh, that'd be great if we got Thamer up, or not Thamer. Thamer's over there in Saudi. He's a viewer also. There's Ed. There's Tony D. And well, I got a lot of followers here. I think I'm up to 190 or something like that. Oh, there he is. Let's see, we're gonna add Nazim. That's his casual, and I think I already got Walt. Okay, let's see, favorites. Let's send. Okay, I'm fishing still. We'll just stay up here for probably another 15 minutes or so. See if somebody comes up. I've got 4 guests that I sent invites out. It's still early. So I don't know if we get an invite or not. I know the one. God, what isn't Nazim? I thought Nazim was on here. Let me see. Let me check this list over here on the Surface 3. We have Kazi, but is there a way of getting the invite? Quest. No, there isn't. I could probably. I'm just seeing if I could manually copy it, and so it's just like this is a time where I spent checking out guest stars. There's Frazier. I don't know if he was in the chat. Let's see. Soul Cruiser, Joy. Mr. G's, Dead America, and there's Cassie. We're still looking at who we can bring up as far as that goes. And there's Cassie, there's Walt. Oh, let me send Walt. I got Walt. Is Walt on there? Oh, where's Walt? Walt is down. Huh. I should try. Let me see. Let me bring up followers. I should have Walt as my favorite. I'm gonna see if maybe There's Brian. And what I'm doing here is I'm just scanning through the followers to see who I can invite up. I thought I had Walt Hollick. He's over there in Ireland. He's a great guy. He hasn't been on Twitch in a while, but I know I've been told he goes on Jim Figerty. Okay, there's Cassie. Where's Walt? There's Fraser. Oh, there's Walt. Okay. I want to add him to favorites. Okay, he's on the favorites list. And we're going to invite him. Invite. Okay, so we got multiple people up for the invite. Let's see if we can get somebody here. But right after this broadcast, I'm gonna take my shower and get ready for the morning game here. Well, for the most part, this has been a good broadcast as far as that goes. A damn good broadcast. I think Twitch is just rock solid for me, I guess, and it helps. Oh, one of the things I guess I did is I had tickets from a while back there, and I thought there were only. And I'm going to cover some of the numbers here. What kind of information does that give? Does it? I got to check my Mega Millions ticket. So I check that now? Yeah, let's check that now. We're going to check our Mega... No? You don't want to? Oh, hang on for a minute. That's a good point. I'll check it later.
Jesus.
Well, just if I all of a sudden I look at it and I win $1 million and stuff, I don't want everybody to know. It's just plain and simple. But I did get it. I had 2 tickets that had been sitting. What's that?
Like we're gonna win.
Yeah, we have the missus in the studio here, which is our dining room. I got a corner over here, and she's having her breakfast, so you'll hear her. We can converse with her for a little bit here. But I had 2 tickets. I went up to the local gas station here, convenient market, and I thought they were only like $2 a ticket, but it ended up being $4 a ticket, so I got $8 worth of tickets, which... well, it's $2 a ticket, so I got 4 tickets. I thought I was only getting 2 tickets, and I ended up getting 4, and that was pretty cool as far as that goes. So that was for Mega Millions last night, which I'm not sure what I think it was. What was the total here? Let me see. I could.
We have now.
Yeah, well, yeah. I guess I got my. I was biting at the bit yesterday after lunch, doing things and stuff, and. I think one of the things is just to zip up and get some lotto or some Mega Millions tickets. So let's see, what was it last night? Let's see, what was the Mega Millions last night? Let's see if anybody won it. Actually, it was 196. So cash option was 89 million. So next drawing is Tuesday, and it looks like nobody won it. There was matches of 5 winners in Florida. I think that's what they have on. So I probably more than likely that ticket didn't win. I'm just looking at their thing, but you do have some recent winners here. They had someone from Missouri that won $1 million, and somebody in Pennsylvania won $1 million, and then someone down there in Baltimore, Maryland, won 40,000. So you know that's the thing to look at. If you don't win the big one, it just very easily might win in the thing. Win a little bit, and so we'll check those numbers later. I think I might have some numbers where I can get another ticket or something like that, which I thought was pretty neat as far as that goes, and such. So let's see what else. I think that's about it. Do we still have? Okay. let me zip this back. We still have Jim Figerty is still online. Lord of the Rings online is still. Jim Figerty's got 15 people. Check out Jim Figerty, JimFiggerty, and he's a great guy. He's a great guy. He's an Irishman over there in Ireland. He's like 70. This guy is 75 years old. You should see he has his screen set to where he has his bird feeders, and you should see all the birds. You could take the birds we have out here, times it by 10. That's how many sparrows he has out there. Yeah, I mean he has a camera right up to the window, and there's a bird feeder right there. They come up there. It's pretty huge. And we have a bird feeder right out here, and I've thought about that, but after seeing Jim's, I said, nah, mine wouldn't do justice as far as that goes. I like doing the streaming where it's just an hour or so, like I'm doing now, and such. So I'm gonna top off my coffee here, and I'll be right back. And let me put up the be right back. Be right back. Okay, we'll be right back, folks. And we are back. We are back for, I guess, this next half hour. We'll probably stay, well, next 20 minutes. We've been on an hour and 10 minutes. I've been taking a break here about every 30 minutes. I'm on my third cup of coffee here. And we're having fun here, just getting our day started here on the Twitch. And checking out things during the broadcast. And let's see, that's a little slow in catching up over there. Huh. Okay, there we are. Look at me, I'm pretty.
A few minutes behind.
Yeah, it's part of the internet and stuff like that. But all our screens are updated here and stuff like that. So then our broadcast is doing good as far as that goes. No drops or anything like that. And we got an ad break. It ends. Okay, looks like we're in an ad break. Are we in an ad break? I think we're going into an ad break here. Yeah, we're going into an ad break. So, and it looks like it's a Taco Bell ad break as far as that goes. And while we're waiting for the ads to get over with, I have no control. I think I got them down to the minimum. I think I've seen some broadcasters with their ads, they put them on the max. You watch on this one particular broadcast that I don't watch anymore, I got to the point where every 15 minutes you're watching 3 minutes worth of ads. Mine are like, I think they're set for I think it's like a minute you watch for once every 30 minutes. I think it's the minimum. You can't completely get rid of the ads as far as that goes. Let's see what we have for an interesting article. I can do an interesting article on this Sunday. See, we don't really have anybody. We only have a couple people. They're sitting back and watching the broadcast, which I appreciate. I do appreciate. But let's see if we can get an interesting article in this Sunday morning. Citizen scientists spot eerie face on Jupiter just in time for Halloween. Oh, Halloween's all over with. I don't want to talk about that one. Let's see. And see, what do we got for a good story? Let's see, we got something before the last one I had. Let's see, I think there was one. Students build world's first off-road solar power SUV. Yeah, that's pretty interesting. Well, here's one that goes. I like this one. This is last week on our audio podcast over on Spotify. I talked about this place in the UK where they're doing fracking, and the protesters won. They stopped the fracking, but the borehole was already drilled 2 miles into the ground, and they're utilizing that. I don't think it's online yet, but it's called geothermal heating, and that's what they're going to use that borehole. Here's one also. Old coal mine filled with warm water has been heating a town with green energy for 6 months. Let's see what that one's about. And that's sort of like geothermal. You send water down into the ground and it heats up, and you let the earth heat it up. And this is again in Britain. It's Britain's deep coal mines have become a surprising source of green energy, one that has been heating the town of Gateshead successfully for 6 months. So it's geothermal, but it's in a coal mine, where the article I presented last week on the Fireman Rich audio podcast was about a hole that was drilled 2 miles in for fracking, but they stopped the fracking, but they utilized the hole, and there's a plant on top to where they pump water down, it gets heated up, and it goes out, and it heats 300 homes. So this is the same type of thing here. So we're seeing more and more of this. The scheme is believed to be replicating in areas where with extensive abandoned mine works, and offer a kind of renewable redemption for a nation with a long history of dirty energy. Yeah, I guess they burnt a lot of coal over there in the UK. And the concept, when I first saw this, was taking old coal power plants. Once they get old, and they are getting old, instead of building a new one, take it out and put geothermal. Dig a hole. You can dig a hole a mile down, and you're going to get geothermal. I've heard that there's people that have houses that have that, and but it's expensive to get. And let's see, Gateshead Council's main water project launched in March 2023, and now has a large center heat pump that provides low carbon heating to 350 high-rise buildings. So that seems to be the number, right around 300, and this is 350. An art gallery, a college, an industrial park, and several other buildings. So they're taking care of some heating requirements in those type of facilities. As oil and gas gradually replaces coal, Britain's hundreds of miles of coal mine tunnels were gradually abandoned over the decades, and they've been flooded with waters that became heated by the Earth's core. Britain suddenly had a semi-natural occurring geothermal energy source to harvest. At certain depths, mine water can sit at over 100 degrees Fahrenheit, or precisely 45 degrees centigrade. The renewable energy used here involves pumping the water into home heat pumps, which further raises the temperature. The superheated mine water then heats the interior spaces and home water supply. After the heat is expanded, the water is sent back to the mine, where it is naturally reheated. It's a win-win as far as that goes. And let me see something here. Just gotta put it right there. Recovering heat from mine water below the ground within abandoned coal mines provide an exciting opportunity to generate low carbon, secure supply of heat, benefiting people living or working in buildings on the cold fields. Garth Farr, head of the heat and byproduct innovation at the Coal Authority, told Euronews. So this is an article out of Euronews. The authority owns and manages. Well, that looks like the same type of plant that's in the previous article I had. Okay, I guess that's what they look like. The authority owns and manages disused coal mines infrastructures on behalf of the UK government, and their water resources amount to about 2 billion cubic meters, and half the amount of the water that's in the Loch Ness, where the Loch Ness monster is. With many millions of people living upon abandoned coal fields in Great Britain, the potential for mine water heat could be significant. See, that's I can accept that as far as we're to be good stewards. I'm always saying we have to be good stewards, but we can't go wacky doodle as far as the changes. Okay, here's the significant thing: it's right there. Why not utilize it? It's a resource that just saying, screaming, use me, and that's what we need to do here in the United States. While the Gateshead project is the largest in Europe, it's not the only setup, nor was it the first. Reclaiming coal mine water projects for heating have been established in the Netherlands and Spain, and also across the Atlantic in Canada. So it's not just significant to Great Britain. Our Canadian friends are doing it, and I think we should be doing that here in the United States. So there's a good article, a good interesting article. And that's usually what I do on Tuesday and Thursday when I do the audio podcast on Spotify for podcasters. It's just because you know what the crap news is, so why not get a good story in there, as far as that goes. And I keep on following that. That's one of the things as far as the environment. We need to plant more trees, go geothermal. Continue with this solar, and the solar and wind is not a takeover of the current. It'd be nice. I think it's safe enough to say let's use nuclear. I think it's a lot safer than with people that are bitching and moaning about fracking. I have no problems with fracking, but then again, when I see the stories where people have you can put a lighter to the water that's coming out of their kitchen sink and it holds a flame. I'm a little leery of that the fracking now. So nuclear, we could do nuclear. We have nuclear power plants and stuff like that. We have the technology, so why not utilize it? And it's for the benefit of all here on this big blue marble. So that was an interesting article. I have to start doing that on Sundays. It's sort of light, like I said, there's other people broadcasting, so as far as the viewers and stuff like that, we're gonna get. I'm gonna probably just get replays on Twitch. I'm not gonna. I probably will not repurpose this on. I think what I normally do when I'm on Belt Kings Fantasy Football, I'll repurpose that broadcast. So I think that'll be the broadcast I repurpose today over on YouTube and. Rumble. But so this is a nice casual Sunday. This is my Sunday, so see that's why I can tell that I look forward to this. I know Tony will be broadcasting. It's a nice casual Sunday. We wake up, we don't really have nothing to do. Same thing with Saturday, even more so today because we turned the clocks back an hour. So I did get to sleep in, as far as that goes. And such. So, but we're doing pretty good here. I don't think I got any invites on the thing here. Let's see. Waiting for guests to connect. Waiting for guests to connect. Waiting for guests to connect. So we'll back out of that one. We'll back out of this one. We'll leave these three up here for the moment. So we're fishing. We're fishing for guests to come up on guest stars, as far as that goes. And we haven't had anybody in the chat as far as that goes too. So if anything, this is a good operational test of having guest stars. I just got to make sure when I'm done with guest stars, and I think that was a problem last Monday. I forgot to hit the phone to hang up. because then when it reopened guest stars, it's still looking at the previous time I used guest stars. So you do have to hang up and stuff like that. And there was something else that, oh, you have to make sure you got guest stars set up, and then and it has to go through OBS. You have to have OBS, and you have to initiate the virtual cam. As far as that goes, virtual cam, you have to have virtual cam to use guest stars, or what they are calling start streaming together, as far as that goes and stuff. So, and I think I know how to. I actually like the Twitch coming up on the old tablet here instead of using the newer tablet. As far as that goes, it's just this. I like utilizing older. Like I have an old, the intermission music that I had when I said "Be Right Back." That's coming off of my iPad Mini, going into the Behringer 802 soundboard, and piped into the microphone connection, and it's using the Boss Jock app. I love that. It's the only thing I really use it for, other than maybe going online, getting the world times and the temperatures, because the times are there. But it's a first generation iPad Mini that just sits there, and that's what I use it for, is the sound. I almost bought a newer, updated iPad Mini, but I just like, no, I got enough devices. I don't need any new devices. I'm even using, I'm breaking out my old iPad Minis, or iPad Touches and stuff like that, to where, let's see, let's go ahead and start this. And what I do is this: I bring it up here, and then I have over here on the camera. This is a clock that you can put in the. Let's see, what time is it? Oh, this clock I'm looking at, it says 9:15. I set it an hour ahead. I got to go back an hour. But this it has the local scanner on it. So I usually have it on the web page, but I've been using the iPad Minis and stuff like that. So let's see if we can bring up the. And I'll have this plugged in, and I can listen to the fire response. They had a fire response yesterday where they had the medevac an individual that fell out of a tree stand. And you say, what the hell's a tree stand? Tree stand up here in the Northeast is a guy sitting up in a little. It's like 2.5, 3 feet by 3 feet up in a tree, to where they got their gun and they're deer hunting. They're up in a tree stand. What's that? No, they're just scoping out the deer and stuff. That's what hunters do and stuff. I heard that. I said, it's not deer season. Yeah, it's going to be. I think it's right around Thanksgiving here in another couple weeks, as far as that goes. That they have that. So we'll plug this in. I don't know if that's going to take, as far as that goes. So it's plugged in. It's off and running. We may hear the yakety yak and stuff like that. And I got to 9:16. That threw. You know what? I can't even see it. I got to change this clock. Let's change the clock here. Let's see. Let's change that back. Let's see. Oh, there it is. Let's plug it in. There we go. There's the scanner. We got it activated. We got to just change the chime here. What? Hang on for a minute, folks. Okay. Oh, okay. Okay. We're gonna be out of here in about a few minutes anyway. Once we get the clock set here, we gotta do something for the missus.
She's in the bathroom right now.
Huh?
She's in the bathroom.
Yeah.
I gotta brush my teeth.
Okay.
I just happened to look out the bowl.
Oh wow. Okay. So it must have.
I don't know when it came. I didn't hear it.
Yeah, I didn't either. Okay. Let's see. What time is it? We got 8:18. So we're gonna put this on 8. Well, I'm going on the computer time. It says 8:18, so that's we're gonna put this at 8:19. Okay, there we go. We got the clock. We got the clock set. We got the scanner going, and oh, one more time. What's going on there? What is going on with this thing? Okay. Okay. Alrighty, there we go. Alright, and let's see, we are coming up on a hour, and so we'll be out of here before the next commercial roll. So we're going to go ahead and wrap up this broadcast and get our day started here. It's not 9:19, it's 8:19 as far as on the clock here. So we're going to go ahead and let's go ahead and take these invites off or remove them, and get our day started. So we're going to go ahead and key the outro music and get our day started. We've been on for an hour and 30 minutes. It's been fun, and we'll be getting ready to go on Tony D's broadcast here. Check him out later here, probably another hour, 2 hours and 15 minutes there at 10:30. Tony D, check out his X/Twitter. We'll be over there later in a few hours. And but this has been great. I've had fun. This is a great start. A hashtag positive start to the day. Hashtag PSTTD, as I always say. And we'll be broadcasting tomorrow here on Twitch for the regular scheduled morning coffee Twitch broadcast, and talking about things again and stuff like that, and getting our start of a new week as far as that goes. So you all have a great Sunday. Rest of your finishing up the rest of your weekend. And this is Rich Roberts, Fireman Rich here on Twitch. At FiremanRich over there on Truth Social, Instagram Threads, and X/Twitter, and we're over there on the public Facebook, The Real Fireman Rich. So I post whatever I post on one, it's always on the other ones and stuff like that. Those are the four main ones I tote. There's some others you can look in the links there on the Twitch page here as well. So we're going to get our day started. You all have a great one. Thank you for your views here on Twitch. I greatly appreciate it. And thank you, Tony D, for being in the comments briefly until you exited and went over to Michael's broadcast. He's still broadcasting. But we'll see you all later on Tony D's broadcast, hopefully. Check him out. He's a great guy, great broadcaster. But again, Rich Roberts, Fireman Rich here on the Twitch. Wishing you all well. Have a great one. Wherever you may be on this big blue marble, live life, have fun. Ciao for now. As always, peace. Take care, folks.